U.S. President Donald Trump follows through on his threat to impose economy-wide tariffs, leading to a North American trade war. The president's executive order has taken effect, meaning Canada and Mexico are now subject to 25% across-the-board tariffs, with a lower 10% levy on Canadian energy. Joining us now to tell us more about what this all means for local business is Loren Remillard from the Winnipeg Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Loren.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. Now, this is obviously devastating to hear.
It's disheartening. We were anticipating this for a while. At least now we don't have the uncertainty. That's one of the things we were hearing from businesses the most is this going to happen? Is it not going to happen? It makes it very difficult to plan when you just don't know what tomorrow will bring. Well, now tomorrow has arrived. We know the tariffs are in place. At least there's some sense of we can start planning around this increased cost, this potential restriction to market, increased competition, all these sorts of things. So not a great day, but now we're dealing at least with a little bit more certainty for business.
We've had a month to sort of prepare for this. Have businesses been trying to find different ways of doing business, knowing that there was a very strong possibility these tariffs would come into play?
Absolutely. We know when we survey our members, even just the threat of tariffs, that 62% were saying that they were already starting to feel the impacts. Even the idea of retaliatory tariffs by Canada was having an impact on 48% of our members. So in response, many of them were trying to source other, if they're inputting from the United States items for their manufacturing in particular, they were looking at other markets to be able to source those materials. If they exported to the United States, many are actively seeking new markets for their products. The United Kingdom, Commonwealth countries, India, China, definitely everyone is currently out there taking a look and say, where else can I sell my products? The only challenge with that is many other countries that are also in the crosshairs of this administration are also finding themselves out there looking for potentially new markets.
So we're all in the same boat. So we're all sort of trying to find another way to do business. And so it could work in our favor, and in some ways it might not work for us at all. Yeah,
right now, like one of the things we're starting to see is, of course, this groundswell of support for shop local, buy local, support local, which is really encouraging. And we are hearing from our members that they are seeing significant uptick. People are coming in specifically asking, which one of your products are Canadian, and many are actively showcasing which products are Canadian, putting out signage to say this product is Canadian, we're a Canadian company. So it is definitely something that has been a silver lining, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone would agree the best thing would have been not to have to deal with tariffs, but that is what business is doing, is trying to find the avenues that are available to them to find a way through this.
So how is this going to impact us right off the bat?
I think you'll see it mostly in terms of product availability. We know one of the measures that some provinces have talked about, ours included, is restricting the sale of certain U.S. alcohol, bourbon in particular, being that it's exclusively a Kentucky product. So you'll start to see some of those impacts in terms of availability. You will start to see some price fluctuations, but that may take some time to work its way through, particularly as companies and importers, exporters start to incorporate those additional costs into their product offerings. But immediately that'll be the first. Second will be some of the price. And then longer term, if this continues for a prolonged period of time, we might start to see some fluctuation in companies' workforces. One of the things we heard from our members is they will be impacted financially. That is the number one area that they expect to see some hurt, and that ultimately may translate into potential changes in their workforce.
So layoffs, potentially?
Well, you know, business is doing everything it can to try to prevent that. And in speaking with our members, I mean, they are committed to the people that work and have built their companies. But, you know, that is why we hope for a quick resolution to this impasse.
Well, so anybody watching right now, if they have big projects planned for this summer, they have big trips planned, or they want to spend a lot of money, what's the best advice you have for them?
Stay in Manitoba, first and foremost. If you're traveling, there's lots of places to see in this province, great travel destinations. But, you know, shop local, think local, and we would hope that even, because we will get through to the other side of this. One thing history has shown us is we've gone down this road many times and we've got to the other side of it. So just make sure that when this does come to pass, that we continue to think local. It's in all our collective best interests, and I think even for businesses, there will come a time where we'll return to normal relations with the United States, but many of them will have benefited from being able to find alternative markets for their products. So we're always trying to find the silver lining in these kind of situations.
Loren, thanks so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.